Alright, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dave. This is the Dave's Cruiser Corner, formerly Dave's Dirt Bike channel. For those who are new here, I used to be riding dirt bikes and making videos about that. But recently, after having bikes stolen and getting up there in age, I've got myself a Honda Cruiser, an Interstate 1300, and now I'm going to have videos regarding cruising around. Also, new to the people new to the channel, new to my story, I was based in North Carolina previously, and recently we've moved down here to the northeastern Florida. So now we're back here. I was born here, so now I'm back in the free state of Florida. And we're going to call it quits from that as far as moving anymore. And basically retire here in Florida. So today we're going to go for a cruise to Flagler Beach, past the pier, past the downtown. I'm going to stop and get some gas here. Need to do that, fill up some gas, and then finish up this cruise. All right. Alright, getting back to the ride. So this is a nice little scenic road that runs from my development all the way over to the ocean, and then I'll take you along the ocean side. I do this as much as I can. So far I've done it 4 times. We haven't been moved back in and settled into into Florida all that long yet, so I don't know if you can see. I just pointed to it, but the roads and the subdivisions here are labeled alphabetically. So like as they built them, they started, like with the B's. I don't know if they started with any A's. I haven't seen A's, but B, C, F, P's, all the way, they skip some here and there, but like I'm coming up on my right side, it says Florida, so that's the F section. And you'll see on my left will be C sections, and the C's have these canals mostly. Most of these run to the intercoastal, which is the inside waterway that follows along the coast. So you have like a brackish or a mix kind of inland waterway that in Florida that runs. I'm pretty sure it runs the whole state. I may be wrong on that. There may be some breaks where you have to go out. Yeah, there's Cimarron. So you have a C section, and that whole subdivision has, the roads are all named with starting with C. And then on the right hand side over here, well, there's Cocoa, so they changed it, but we were passing F's, and now this whole thing is C over here. And they do all the subdivisions as they built them that way. Kind of a neat way to name your subdivision. Easy to come up with names for the roads. It's pretty scenery. I mean, I like driving this stuff. I hope they don't overdevelop it, but you know, you got palm trees, palmettos, the hanging moss, some of these kind of Japanese maples, other trees too, of course, whatever they put in here, but it's just a nice little cruise. Not too much traffic usually. We try to pay attention to these speed signs. They definitely have times that they enforce them strictly. I mean, certain times of the year it's no big deal, but sometimes, especially towards the end of the month, they'll set up speed traps and really strictly enforce these roads. And they always go they go slower as we go. You'll see when I get on the beach side. I think we start, yeah, sorry, there's a nice little dock area, a marina for these kind of homeowners here. I don't think it's public, but anyways, as you see, when we get to the beach, the speeds will go from like 50 to 45 to 40 to 35. I think it goes down as low as 25 right by the pier when you get to the beach side where there's a lot of traffic. And we're going to be coming up on the right hand side a neat little area called European Village, and in there they have some nice restaurants and shops, but the look of it, as its name implies, it looks like a small European town, a small village. You know, you'll have Italian restaurants, French stuff, some catering, all kinds of things. We actually haven't been inside of it yet ourselves. It's one of the things we're going to check out. Nice park here on the right. They're renovating it right now. They're going to go through it again. I'm not sure what happened where they have to renovate it, but they've got it chained off. You can't get inside of it, but it used to be a nice park. Butts up against the intercoastal. Alright. Then we're going to go here and go up over the bridge. I have a special access. They charge you to go over the bridge. Get my card out here. Come on. Good morning. $3. Okay. All right, be safe, brother. Yep, thank you. Sorry, holding up, everybody. Yeah, that's never easy to navigate, pulling out your card and having them scan it and trying to get into neutral or into a low gear. But we navigated it, we did it. You don't have to pay to come back, which is crazy. I don't understand that. But they charge you to go over the bridge, and it's kind of like any kind of toll area. You can get a sticker, you can get a card. I have a card. You can use it. You prepay $20, and then they reload it. It's 75 cents is the charge to go over the bridge. You can access, if you're up here, just so you know, you can access the beach side without paying. There's other ways to get to the beach. This is just the shortest from my home. Okay, we're gonna go left here, go towards the beach side. Let me tell you guys, stay off of these white lines when it's wet. Those things are slicker than nail, I don't know, something snot. Slicker than mayonnaise sandwich. We're gonna go here and also go left again. There used to be a light here. I don't know what they're doing. Working on it, I guess. So this is A1A. This runs along the beach, most of Florida. Like I said, coming up, this is the bridge we just came off of, if you can see it. And the speed around here is 50, but it certainly goes down as you're coming along. As you're driving the beach side here, the speeds go down. Make sure you acknowledge other riders. I don't know if you can see my hand, but you put your 2 fingers down and acknowledge them. You know, if you're turning or something, obviously be safe, but for the most part, I try to acknowledge every rider I see. Most of them acknowledge me back. It's it's etiquette, biker etiquette. I think this is a really nice ride. I really like looking at the trees. I like looking at the beach when you can see it. It's a nice, easy cruise. It's, just a cool day out riding. Here in Florida, they don't have helmet law. You can ride without a helmet. I don't advise it. I don't think it's smart. But people do it. I've talked to many a biker who've ridden for years and never had a problem. But it only takes one time. Yep, okay, so now we're coming into 40. The speed just dropped. Like I said, it's a nice, easy cruise. It's not like a highway cruise. You're just going to keep nice little speed. And actually get to look and enjoy the ride. You don't feel... Every so often you'll feel like someone will crawl up behind you, but for the most part it's pretty easy. I'm building some $1 million homes here. I actually don't think those are that good looking. A lot of them are the same. I don't know. You can decide. Take a look for yourself. And now we went down to 35. You can probably get away with 40, but... There are some nice places here, no doubt about it. You tell me in the comments, would you live on the beach like this if you were a millionaire? I'm going to stop in here. This is a park called Varn Park. It's the closest one to my house and it's closest beach access. This is where my wife and I take our dogs. We're allowed to take our dogs here. Alright, so be careful. I don't know if you can see it, but sand. When you come into areas like this and you're turning, especially on that concrete, just be careful of that sand. I've seen people fall on that. I'm going to pop up here. I like to park up on the sidewalk. I don't ever get any problem from it from anybody. This is just a bathroom and water area. You can change your clothes here, I guess, too, if you were so wanting to. If you wanted to get into beach clothes. Yeah, so let's go take a look at the beach. I'll take you with me. Should be a good day for it. The wind is not, there's not any wind, it's stale, so I wouldn't imagine that there's any waves out there, really. Yeah, nice day. I don't know if you could see down there, there's a dog, but you can take dogs on the beach here. And you can see it's a different kind of sand. It's got this gold, it's like crushed shell. It has this gold color. All the way up, down. It's very clear. It's definitely a nice beach. And it's not overcrowded. It's never been overcrowded here every time I've come. People tell me you can see, every so often you can see dolphins out here too. I have yet to see any, but I've only been a couple times. But, yeah. Beach life is for us now, my wife and I. I don't know if it'll show on the camera, but about 10 miles down, maybe a little bit more, is the pier at Flagler Beach Pier. It was destroyed. It got beat up pretty bad. It was old already, but then it got beat pretty bad on a hurricane. So they're rebuilding it, and when they're going from like this wood, it was wood like this with piers, to concrete. They're going to make it concrete. I don't know what they'll do for the top. They may still use wood for the top, for the decking, but you know, all the piers are going to be concrete, and the piers and the rails. And they say it's going to be done at the beginning of 27, but when you look at it, you're like, I don't know about that. So we're going to have to keep a check on that and see when it gets done, because I definitely want to go pier fishing. So, well, say goodbye to the beach. The beach right now. We're going to head back to the bike and continue down towards the pier. And you can kind of see what it's like oceanside here in the area of Flagler and Palm Coast. slip off this lip here a little bit. I might bottom out. Nope, got lucky. Again, just if you ride over here and you get on these things, be mindful of the sand. It can trip you up really quick. You see some nice, yeah, this is the Good Times Dog Bar. They have a bar and a recreation area for people with their dogs. Kind of interesting. I've been wanting to go to that one too. My dogs are a little bit crazy with other dogs though, but if they were ever acting nice, I would like to come try that. Obviously some nice homes here. Some of these I like better than what we just passed. I like the more modern look like that. Definitely see some crazy colors. So my wife and I found this very interesting when we first came up here to visit before we actually were buying. They have RV parks right on the beach up here. So if you have like a tow behind or a drive trailer, you can rent these lots right on the beach. I mean, right on the beach, not even across the beach or anything. Like on this side, on the right, yes, you have to cross, but this is right on the beach, right on the sand. All you do is just walk down. It's just crazy to me, but it fills up. It's definitely, you know, if I was that lifestyle, I guess I'd want to be on the beach every so often, as well as you know, anywhere else you might travel, mountains, whatever. Definitely cool, as long as the weather's nice. I wouldn't want to be there when it's not very nice. so now it bumped up to 45 again. We were at 35. I kind of stay in the middle if I can, somewhere in the middle. This place over here has a crazy color scheme. Latin vibe, maybe like Baja California kind of neat little place. And then you can, as you can see, you can see the ocean as you're riding along. And they let you park also too here. In certain sections you can park on the beach, like on the left hand side as I'm pointing, and to the right. This is the Java hut. Say hello to this Java joint. Say hello to the skeleton over there. People get their coffee and their smoothies. As we're coming into town here, we're coming into Flagler Beach, the town, you'll notice the vibe is older, and they do that on purpose. They're trying to keep Flagler looking like this. They definitely don't overbuild. They don't let you go very high. I think this is the highest one I've seen, this white one up here. Most things are like 2, maybe 3 stories. That's about it. They don't like, they don't like building up, blocking the views and changing the vibe. And I kind of like it, actually, in certain places. Some places need to be renovated. They are kind of run down a little bit, and they still exist, which that should be made at some point to go away. But all of this has been renovated, and it's nice, and it still has an old style vibe. Alright, coming down to 35 again. So like I say, if you come to visit, just be careful of the speed limits. During Biketoberfest and Bike Week in Daytona, people, they take longer rides. They come up here. They also do, some riding. And like I said, just be careful, be mindful. I don't know if you can see it, but there's the pier being built out there. They're still working on it. This place got slushed. It's wine, but they make slushies out of them, like a Slurpee, but with wine product. And you can get them virgin too, but yeah. And then we've gone here many a time, the Golden Lion. It's not quite open yet, but they have live music, good seafood. Like, they have really good fish tacos. I've gotten them twice now. It's a good vibe in that place. A little expensive, but I mean, come on, what on the beach is not? A lot of little ice cream shops and places where you can get just quick snacks. And so at the light here, you can see at 195 Bunnell, that's the main drag, Moody Boulevard, that brings you into Flagler Beach. And as I said before, in certain areas you can park right on the beach. We're going to go further up. There's actually it's more set up for that, but right now all the construction for the pier is kind of taking up the spots. Currently, you can find parking even on the right-hand side. There's some parking lots where you don't even have to pay. But the city is addressing that. I think at some point we're going to end up paying for beach time. And on the weekends, sometimes they have a little market, which they got going on right now. People sell their beach wares and art and stuff like that. There's the pier, the old pier and the new pier. They're taking one down and building another. Nice Italian restaurant there. We haven't ate yet, but we want to. And 7-Eleven. I don't know how many of you people are familiar with 7-Elevens, but not very many of them. There's an old 7-Eleven. There is like a little walking pier there too that you can see. Tortuga's a nice place to go. And blink and you miss it. That's pretty much all there is. There's one more restaurant, I believe, down here. I like that wall. The wall mural painting's pretty nice. Take you to a place that's for sale, an oceanside resort that's for sale. I'm going to take you over here. I think it's really cool. I'm going to park behind this car and we're going to walk over here a little bit. So this place is for sale, and I love the vibe. I hope somebody buys it. If you're somebody who's listening to my channel and you're watching this video, I mean, it may take a lot to revive this place, and they probably won't let you build more than a second story. I don't know, like the investment is worth it, but the land itself and recreating this vibe would be so cool. Like, can you imagine like having an ice cream shop here as well as check-in? And then I love these pictures of that A1A, that I don't know these starlets. Maybe they're not even anybody that we know. But man, I dig this place. I would come here just to hang out if it had like a bar or something. I would be checking this out. So cool. But I mean, I'm sure they're old and maybe 50s. I'm guessing even. I don't even know. But you know, I mean, you got this thing here, you know, you could hang out. I don't know. Anyways, so if you've got money, come by this place so that I can frequent it. Come check it out. All right, let's get back. Like I said, be careful of sand. It can get you. Especially when you have a heavy bike like mine. Mine's like 650 pounds. If you're not straight and you get in these corners where you try to stop real quick in sand, yeah, it could be bad for your health. always thought this place was kind of cool, with all the pirate guys on there. Yeah, and then this is the south end of the beach side here at Flagler. There's a restaurant, Craves, there. And from this point forward, it's pretty much just rentals and seasonal people who live here. And it opens up into a state-run park, which we'll go down. I'm gonna go down that far today. I feel like taking a nice long ride. I hope you guys stay with me, and if you don't, that's okay. I know this is a long video. A lot of people go to this high tides. You'll usually see a good crowd here after lunchtime. And then you get into Gamble Rogers State Recreational Park. So they own, I don't even know how far it is. It's a long ways of both sides. You know, you can parking, you can camp. A lot of these saw palmettos everywhere. Looks like they're reworking the road here, which is nice. When we first came to look at this area to buy up here, we were driving beachside, and there had been some storms, and there was sand all along here. A lot of water, standing water and sand. Hopefully they've made the road to where it'll run off. But yeah, this goes for a long way. This park area, or whatever it is, that the government owns it, I believe. I'm gonna turn around the first chance I get up here somewhere. There'll be a turn off. I'll turn around. But yeah, it goes for a long ways. It's kind of hard to really find beachside that's not undeveloped anymore. Everywhere they want to put something up. With his roller skates. I'm gonna turn here and turn around. See if I can find a nice spot. Yeah, there we go, right there. Turn around at the sign. Beep. Like I said, always be careful of sand. Too many people. Is this person gonna turn? Can we trust her? Okay. Alright. And head back to where we were before. Off our blinker. I always forget to do that, or often do. I wish it was self-canceling. You can see the beautiful ocean out there. Bikers. Alright, we went from 55 to 45. Let's bring her back down. nice beach. Coming back, I'm going to drop back down to 35 again. And all the way down to 25. When you get down here, it gets a little thicker with the people in the main part of the town, city, whatever Flagler calls itself. Johnny Law up here, making sure everybody stops, doesn't go speeding. There's the pier again. I'm gonna take a left here, head in town a little bit to, there's a nice little coffee shop, donut shop called Swillerby's, and we're gonna see if it's not too busy. I might stop in there. Right here on the right on the first block. We'll go here. Yeah, and so since it's a weekend, you can see the parking lot is full. Don't know if I can get a spot in here. See how many people are waiting. Yeah, it's pretty full. I think we'll pass for today. All right. Right across from me, hopefully no one comes up behind me, right across from me is Margaritaville Compass, which is like a Jimmy Buffett kind of thing. It's only a couple stories. They have like a restaurant in the bottom, and they also have up top a bar. I want to check that out eventually. It seems like it's the newest thing around here, and they kind of, people weren't exactly that stoked about it being built in the first place, but I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I like that. Alright, so we're gonna get down to the downtown. I'm gonna cut it off here.